I hope you guys like my vinyl collection. I have an Igor poster. Am I a basic indie white boy? Yes. Yes, I am. Hi guys, I'm Charlie, the self-appointed music editor at Thread. I'm filming from home again today for the 6th week of lockdown, and I am losing my mind. Now I'm talking to myself in my bedroom, so... There's kind of a series we've been doing for the last few weeks where one of us at the team each week has been talking about how a certain industry has been affected by the pandemic. Milo talked about theatre recently, Sophia talked about fashion, and Elliot talked about cinema. And I am today talking to you about music, as it's a topic that I love, and festivals are a big thing for me, and this year is just going to be a huge shake-up and a huge disruption to the usual festival season and the usual music rollout. So the ways in which music has been affected by coronavirus are pretty much how you would expect them to have gone. Big album delays to artists such as 1975, who've seen their albums being pushed back until a better time commercially for them to release. We've also seen festivals and gigs worldwide banned or postponed, with many news outlets suggesting that we won't even see any live acts or gigs until 2021, which is pretty insane to think that we might not be able to see any live music for an entire year. I was going to see Brockhampton next month, which has been postponed until 2021. I was supposed to see the 1975 in Finsbury Park, and basically every festival under the sun has stopped. We've also seen artists take to Instagram Live, Facebook Live, social media to perform covers and live versions of their songs to fans who can't obviously see them. The most prominent examples that come to mind are James Blake, who did a fantastic cover of Radiohead's No Surprises. We also saw Charlie XCX doing constant live feeds, as well as Doja Cat, Rex Orange County. Some artists like Little Sims, Doja Cat again, have also been releasing EPs and projects just on a whim as they've been stuck inside, like all of us have. Machine Gun Kelly is a great example, who's been dropping songs every single day on his YouTube channel, which are either covers or freestyle verses. The COVID-19 pandemic in general has had a huge sort of disruption to every industry, but I think music is one where the smaller artists in particular are going to suffer because a lot of their profit and revenue comes from merchandise sales, tour sales, and a lot of physical releases. As production for vinyls and CDs is disrupted, and obviously there's no way for people to buy merch on tours, etc, etc. It's really the smaller little indie bands that are going to suffer profit-wise. Simple things like music video production are also going to be affected throughout the next year. People are not obviously going to be able to meet in big groups to create works, and it's going to be interesting to see how that changes the way that music videos are done. We might see less of them, we might see more animated ones, we might just see lyric videos on YouTube. So what does this mean for music moving forward in the next few years? It probably means that we're going to see a lot more creative output, I imagine, from many artists who are locked up inside. One needs to only look at Anderson .Paak's Instagram story to see that that man is bored. We're probably going to see a lot more output from creatives because there's just a lot more time. You know, a lot of these artists aren't going on tour, they're not scheduling in meetings, etc, etc. It's just kind of being stuck at home. So we probably will see a lot more work coming out, but probably less music videos, less like physical releases, less if none live performances. The music industry as a whole is going to have to work out how to still generate profit that isn't solely based on merchandise and festival tickets, because that is where most of the profit these days comes from, and it's not necessarily from album sales or streams, because as we know, Spotify doesn't give artists that much money per stream. There are websites like Bandcamp and SoundCloud that have offered sort of extra revenue for artists, or royalty-free days where people buy the artist's music and every single 100% of the money that people have put in goes straight to the artist, and that's a really good way of supporting smaller acts. But that basically is generally how the music industry, short-term and long-term, is being affected by COVID-19. I would love to know if you guys have had any gigs or festivals cancelled, delayed, or if there's anything you've been looking forward to that's been affected. Let us know in the comments below. You should also visit thread.com because we've just launched the website and it is looking fire. So make sure you go check that out. Give us a like, guys, subscribe, you know what to do, and thank you for watching. Peace. I'm wondering if anyone's going to ask me or ask why I have the Spider-Man calendar from 2019, because it's nearly May and I still have this up. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going crazy, fam.